Hi everybody, this is TaNaia. Welcome. I'm coming with something a little bit different today with a pick a card. There's two ways in which you can do the pick a card. The one way is to just use your intuition. I've pulled these three cards from the archetype cards deck by Caroline Miss. So they represent archetypes. Now, you may choose your intuition and choose any one. I will number them from left to right, if that helps, and I will put the timestamps below. So this is card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Each of these will have their own stories and own readings. And so if you want to use your intuition, you can pause the video and select your card now. There is also a different option that you can choose, and that is to use your intuition combined with your left brain. And I'll show you a little bit what that means. It means that I will show you what each of the cards is from an archetypal perspective, and you can think about yourself, your life, parts of yourself, people in your life, and you can make the selection based on that. So I like to use both sides of the brain, and so this reading really allows you to play a little bit with that as well. So the mystic might resonate more with you, or Don Juan, or Midas or Miser. Now, as I said, each of these has their own separate readings, and I will still call them card 1, card 2, and card 3, so that those that have selected the intuitive way to pick are also able to have the experience not fiddled with, if that makes sense. So hopefully by now you've made your pick. I will then start with the first card. Please join me there, and we'll see what the story is, or what the message is for the first card in the reading. Hi everybody who chose card number 1. So card number 1 was the archetype of the mystic. Now, the mystic, as it says here, revels in intimate union with the divine. So the mystic, some may think of the mystic as like the hermit, someone who basically withdraws from the world as we know it, right, from the 3D world. But it's also not an easy path to take to be a mystic. There's a lot of spiritual and physical suffering. There's hard work interspersed maybe like with mundane activities. And there's a price to be paid in order to walk the spiritual path. So this is the path to enlightenment. And also, it's also important to understand that there's a difference between a mystic and a spiritual seeker. So if you feel some kind of superiority because of the spiritual truths that you have been able to understand, that might now start going into the shadow aspect. But really what we're talking about here is someone who is in union with the divine, who is walking the challenging but often rewarding path of understanding more of what the divine is, and actually working on the connection to the divine and being at one with the all. Now, this might be what your experience is. It might be the experience of someone in your life. It might be a part of your experience. So if this resonates with you, this basically is who you are and what you are working with and what you are trying to attain. And I think this is really amazing, whoever this applies to, because it means that you have managed to have that connection with the divine. Now, I pulled 2 cards from the Hero Journey Dream Oracle. And again, these I pull for context. So we know that we have someone who is in union with the divine. And so we want to know what is Spirit's message to this person. And so the 2 cards that came out were How Much Good Can You Handle? Explore the Upward Spiral of Grace, and the Reward. Celebrate Your Magnificence. Now, don't know if you can see, this is a really beautiful image, really showing the spiral, the upward spiral of grace. So how much good can you handle? Sometimes when things start turning our way, it takes us a while to realize that actually we can stop holding our breath, and that we can allow ourselves to relax and to see how much good we actually have in our lives. It's time to open your heart. It's time to receive and to see how much blessings and how many gifts you're actually receiving from the divine because of your connection to the divine. And of course, it talks about exploring the upward spiral of grace. So this is a person, you probably going through some upgrades at the moment, increasing in your understanding as you spiral up to higher realms of consciousness. So that's amazing. Really happy for you. And of course, the reward, which just emphasizes the message. It's basically, as I said, that the path of the mystic can be often very difficult. You know, lots of challenges, but you are now at the reward stage of your journey. Okay, it says celebrate your magnificence. So again, you've done your best, and really now it's time for you to take a moment to stop and to realize that you have attained the reward, and to accept the blessings that you're receiving from the universe, and to soak it up, and to have that awareness, and to have that gratitude for your journey, your experiences, as well as the wisdom that you are able to get from all the experiences that you have, that the universe or that spirit is making available to you. So this is an amazing reading, actually, because it's talking to someone who's been working very hard at becoming, coming in union with the divine. And the fact that on their journey right now, they are at the point where they're receiving the rewards, where they are at a point where they can stop, smell the roses, and actually take a moment to take it all in, and to see what are the gifts that come as a result of all the hard work that they've put in raising their vibration, in connecting with the divine. The final card that I pulled is from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. I really like this for advice. So the card that came out from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle is Imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. So this I will read from the book, because I think it's important, since this is now the advice. So we understand who we're talking to or about, what you've been on your journey, and where you are right now. But the final advice from Spirit is actually represented by this card. So I will read a little bit from the book. Right. So it says, this oracle comes as grace to free you from all that you have known, and to guide you to use your imagination beyond what you have used in the past. Behold imagination as a gift. Let it be the bridge that connects your physical reality with spiritual reality. Explore your past, learn from it, and use it to help you to set your direction as you envision the future. You are guided to be free from obsessive concerns and limiting fears, to attract new opportunities. Dear one, be open to change. Life is rich with opportunity. So many resources are available to you. Whether to create or simply to celebrate the moment, it's crucial to be free to discover your own unique path. The moment you find a way to engage creatively with life, you'll discover you can draw on your own abilities and what is natural for you. Suddenly, you'll see the universe opening and befriending you. You'll begin to see beauty in your surroundings and in yourself. Soon, you will experience the improvement of your own reality. And this speaks very much to where you find yourself in your journey. It is the time for the reward. And I think that this imagination card actually speaks to the fact that now is the time to create. You basically, part of the reward is being able to see the beauty in everything, is being able to create beauty in everything. What more can I say? All the opportunities are available for you to take advantage of. So I will read the mantra. It says, I am allowing my imagination to guide me in finding new directions and possibilities. I'm accessing my own potential to live a more creative way of life. So I'll read it again. I'm allowing my imagination to guide me in finding new directions and possibilities. I'm accessing my own potential to live a more creative way of life. So there you go. That is the reading for the mystic. So if you chose this, really, really happy for you. If this is where you are on your path, it's really time to create. And we need more and more people who are at this stage who can help us to create the world in which that we envision as we go through the shift. So thank you so much for joining me. If this is where you leave me, thank you. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, comment underneath, or communicate with me. All my details are below. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, if you chose card number 2, so card number 2 is Don Juan. The light attribute is spotlights your positive seductive qualities. The shadow attribute is using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So this is quite an interesting card, archetype actually. And this could be, as I might have mentioned before, this could be an aspect of yourself, or it could represent someone in your life at the moment. So just a little bit about this Don Juan archetype. I mean, obviously it's quite a cliched sort of sexual role. It's about using and misusing the power of romantic attraction and pursuit, ultimately for the purposes of maybe like controlling others, and often it has to do with sort of attachment issues, and about using others. But in light, a person like this would be a person who, or this archetype talks about being vulnerable and capable of deep love, and being capable of deep attachment. And this kind of person, whether this is you or whether this is someone else, their emotional match would be someone who is independent, and who can match their self-esteem in order to deal with possible manipulative skills. Manipulative tendencies that this Don Juan character could have. But as I say, it does have some light attributes to it. So it's about using your power in a positive way, in light, as opposed to using your power or romantic power and attraction to control others. So this is quite interesting actually. I think it's the first time that this has come out. So let's look at the context then, from the Hero Journey Dream Oracle. Let's see, where on the path is this person. So first we see the card, you hold the key to an awakened life. Set yourself free. So this speaks to, I think, the potential, as I mentioned here, that this is someone with the potential to actually be really deeply vulnerable and show deep love. So this is someone who holds the potential to an awakened life. Now, if we start talking about an awakened life, we're talking about a person who is remembering who they are at their core, their identity, who's remembering that, you know, they are a vast, infinite spiritual being, who's looking inside themselves and who's looking at their dreams and their strengths and their gifts and using that to set themselves free from perhaps being stuck in repetitive sort of patterns, whether this is you or whether this is someone in your life who keeps you in this repetitive pattern, right? So you hold the key to an awakened life. So you are able to set yourself free by remembering that you are more than what you may appear, that you are a vast, infinite spiritual being having an earthly experience. And then 28, ocean of emotion. Find a safe place to express your true feelings. Now, again, this speaks to inner realms. If we talk about the ocean of emotion, we know that we are mostly made up of water, and like water, we go through different emotions. Now, if you allow them, your emotions can actually become friends and allies, and they can almost give you information about what is happening around you, and how you feel about it basically tells you the truth of you know, what you are or who you are at that particular moment. So our feelings give us feedback and they guide us. The other thing about the ocean of emotion, to me, talks about going with the flow, surrendering to the flow of the universe, and by doing so, being able to express your true feelings when they arise, and then that means that you are being one with yourself, which means that you are being your true self. So either we're talking about someone here who is a Don Juan sort of character, but who actually has the potential to look deep inside of them and is starting to awaken, and is starting to be true to their emotions, and being able to you know, find their true nature. Or you are dealing with someone like this, and the way out of the situation, or the way to deal with the situation, is to remember who you are and to go into your own feelings and to respect and to allow your feelings expression and to go with the flow of the universe in order to sort of overcome this power dynamic. So it can go either one of two ways. Now, in terms of the advice, that's where this is the, I pulled this card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. So the card is move forward, experience the grace of who you truly are. So fits very well with what we've been talking about here. So move forward. So there's no reason to be stuck in the negative or in the shadow aspects of this Don Juan character. The guidance is to move forward and experience who you truly are. Back to this, holding the key of an awakened life. Awaken and remember who you really are. Now, what I'm going to do for this advice card, I'll read from the book because I want to make sure that the advice comes straight from the book. So move forward. The time has come for you to become aware of the inner glow that is calling you into your place in the world and who you are becoming. Your path is now guiding you into a greater consciousness, a greater ability to respond to all that is around and within you. This is a beautiful revelation that you will soon flower into the discovery of a new creative life. Be ready to experience the everyday as if you were seeing it for the first time. This oracle is prompting you to finish the work at hand and move forward by emphasizing your new direction. Begin by engaging your imagination. Visualize the success of your heart's desire. Satisfaction comes when you faithfully follow a direction through. A freed imagination can give you the discipline and motivation to accomplish the greater goals in your life. It is all beneficial. Do not procrastinate. Know you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. So, I mean, it's absolutely giving advice. If you find yourself in this situation, it is time to move forward. You hold the key to an awakened life. You have everything inside of you in order to succeed here. And there's no reason to procrastinate. You are basically the person that you're looking for. You know, the saying, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Now is the time to take a step forward, knowing that the universe is supporting you. So the mantra here is, I am moving forward with the determination to realize my hopes and dreams. I do this with a deep certainty and an inner knowing that I will reach every goal I set and will achieve every aim. So I'll repeat that. I'm moving forward with the determination to realize my hopes and dreams. I do this with a deep certainty and an inner knowing that I will reach every goal I set and I will achieve every aim. So that is the reading. If you chose card number 2, Don Juan, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope that it gives some guidance if you do find yourself in this situation. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe, comment. You are able to contact me using my contact details in the box below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time if this is the end of your reading for today. Bye. Hi, everybody. This is for if you chose card number 3. So this is the archetype of the Midas or Miser. The light attributes: entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn everything you hold, to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. And shadow attributes are hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So I think this is such an interesting archetype actually, because at the bottom of both is actually, it can be a need to control things around you for fear of losing money or wealth. It's about, what are you willing to do for money or for wealth? I think especially from the shadow attributes, the obsessive fear of losing your wealth could actually be part of this archetype as well. But I think from the light perspective, it really is talking about creative ability. So being able to be a creator. Everything you touch turns to gold. And I think this archetype is actually a very positive archetype. At least I feel for this reading. I feel more the positive aspects or the light aspects, being able to have that creative ability, being able to be a creator. And if you resonate with this, I think this is a very it's a very great archetype to be resonating with, and to be what's the word I'm looking for? To be living, right? To be embodying. That's the word. So now that we have the archetype, I drew 2 cards from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. And these archetypes basically tell us a little bit about the context or where in the journey you are. So very nice cards. So the first one is the thin veil, let go and let glow. So when we talk about the thin veil, this makes me think about, you know, our dreams, death, where we go in meditation. All of those states are states that are on the other side of the veil, as opposed to our normal sort of everyday 3D reality. And so I think this card talks about the widening of your perception as you go back and forth across the veil. And it actually goes very well with this creative ability. The more you are able to go back and forth across the veil, the more you're able to bring in more of that multidimensional wisdom, more of that creative ability into the mundane world, and to benefit yourself and others. So this is I think really good. It actually shows where you are getting your creative power from, where, like, what is guiding the creative power. It is because you're transitioning, going back and forth between sorry, on the other side of the veil and the ordinary world, and bringing some of that wisdom in, and deepening your own connection, right? And really living up to your potential, and materializing and manifesting your potential, which is why everything you touch turns to gold. The other card that we have here is Trip the Light Fantastic, Dance with the Universe. Again, this is such a, I mean, I really love this this image. It's almost like you're having a this woman, it's like she's in a trance, like in listening to music, but at the same time it's also like she's being showered by light from the universe. It's really a really nice image. So again, this talks to trusting the universe, trusting the nudges of the universe. It talks to surrendering to the flow, right? That's what she is. She surrendered herself to the dance and to the light, allowing herself to feel guided, or allowing yourself to feel guided, and knowing that you don't need to and try to anticipate and figure out the next steps. Instead, you can stay in the moment and trust and know that the universe has got you, and that the universe is guiding you. So again, this explains why everything you touch turns to gold, because you are relying on the universe, and you have this very strong connection on the other side of the veil, and you are bringing forth those creative abilities, and you're bringing that forth into the mundane world. So this is really amazing if this applies to you. Yeah. What else can I add? I mean, it's really amazing if this is happening to you. So now the last card will be a card that I pulled from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle that basically has the guidance, right, for you. So this card, amazing, says concealed power, give birth to the wonder of revelation. So this makes me feel like this is taking what you already have sort of one step higher, sort of revealing your concealed power. You've got so much more power that you have, and it's time to give birth to that. So that's really amazing, because what's on the table is already quite powerful, and it shows where you get your power from. And yet what this card is saying is that there's yet more concealed power. So there's yet more potential that you can actually bring forth. So what I'll do is I'll just read from the book so that you get the full the full message. So it's concealed power. Let me hold it up. I really like this image here. Right, so it says, this oracle brings you a message of divine guidance. You have been created with a power beyond that which you can imagine. You possess a creative potential so vast and wondrous it cannot be measured by any known standards. Know you are something more than you have been taught to believe, and that there is a higher energy available to you. It is time for you to realize the inherent power which lies dormant in you. In your own unique way, you are as creative as anyone else. Take a chance and express your ideas and inspiration for making changes and achieving your desires. If you feel something within you is stopping you from achieving your joyful dreams, it's time for you to let go of that feeling and accept the current energies that are flowing through you in the fullness of love. Now is the time to respond creatively to the awe and wonder you feel and see around you. Isn't this amazing? This is really, really powerful message. Like, you have this inherent power and you have this creative potential that is so much that it cannot be measured by any known standards. And now is the time to bring all of your dreams and bring all of your inspirations and bring all of these things into manifestation. Now the mantra is, I've been created to create. From now on, every day, I will find something creative to do with my life. That's a nice one, right? I'll repeat it. I've been created to create. From now on, every day, I will find something creative to do with my life. So, I hope you enjoyed that reading. That was a really good message for someone out there. I hope it resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, comment. If you want to communicate with me, you can do so. My details are in the box below. I hope to see you next time in my next reading. Cheers. Bye.